of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Texans and the Saints coming up next.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New Orleans Saints. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though.
Has this one teed up, and we are underway from the Superdome. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll keep it on the ground. Hawthorne. He's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year. Wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships, and if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
On second down, here's the option. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man on the out route. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out, and he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Hawthorne. And only a couple there as they'll take this up to the 47. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Royal. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Houston set to take over. And really, they're pretty fortunate right now to only be down 3-0 following 2 turnovers. They've got it now 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Hawthorne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start Q2. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls get through goalposts.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And here comes the Texans now. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for...
There he goes, right side. He's across midfield, and he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Holding, offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. A chance for a 1st touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away. And the Texans have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result, a Houston touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Got to play though right would be forgotten when he talked about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Royal. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw. That is caught by a diving Thomas. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Royal. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On play action, they'll throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. They'll run on 1st down. Royal, and he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Saints. From 6 yards away. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, with the problems they've had giving away the football in this first half, they've got to be over the moon that this is still a tie ball game. So here's where a quarterback has to move the turnovers to the back of his mind and focus on the present. And that's a good throw there to pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fields. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
On second down, Royal. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans will take over. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that 1st down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd and 6. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Into space at the 45. 39 yards there, a big one.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Hawthorne. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Gets this quickly to Ingram. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Hawthorne.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Up the middle they go. Hawthorne.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
They'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's caught by Royal. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas.
And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll look to throw again. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to throw again. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting.
He's got him in, complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Fields.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ingram.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Hawthorne. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The New Orleans offense set to take over. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get it near the 40 to the 39. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this one's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down now. Royal, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. This offense so far on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Fields.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on for the 5th time here today. Take it at the 37. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fights through him. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Thomas has it. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6. Up the middle they go. Royal. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's complete. Slings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they still got an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and need a win.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Shakes up, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. 2nd down, goal to go.
He'll look to throw.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth. All tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Texans back out there and ready to go. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
On second down, Hawthorne. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week one. Here's third down now. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
They'll keep it on the ground. Royal. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll set up a throw.
Into space at the 45.
And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll leave them with third and a full yard to go. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown and a game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, Parker?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field, very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for New Orleans, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami.